What's up, you all? Thank you for tuning back into What's Up Boston. I'm your host, She's a Rebel.
And I'm your co-host, Padma.
On Baba Time Network, all right? We just got finished talking about, right before break, instinctual gratifications amongst relationships and how culture ties into that. And so let's just continue with Padma, what she was previously talking about. Culture. How does culture tie into or differentiate from back then to now of the lack of relationships, the instinctual gratification? Let's just talk about it all.
Yeah, I think the culture is everything. That is the culture now, is instant gratification. Because we have social media and everything all the technology that we do have, everything is so quick. Everything comes so quick. You don't have to get up and go or ask. It's right at your fingertips, you know. And so because everything is so quick, I really think it does keep us from wanting to even take the time to get to know a person.
Right.
You know, people actually kind of get impatient and sometimes even angry. Like, if you're not willing to, like, just, you know, get with them right away, either they're taking it as rejection or they're just angry because, you know, that's really all they wanted to begin with. But instead of realizing, like, well, wait a minute, maybe this person actually really wants to take the time to get to know you. Maybe they actually value you. They value themselves and they value you.
Right. And
they want to take the time to get to know you.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to just do that and then on to the next. They don't want that. So, but I think today people it's so backward now. It's turned around the other way that it's like, oh no, this is a positive if you just want to get with me right away without even knowing anything. Like they that's the thing. And I think it's really bad. I think it's hurting relationships with people, you know, and everyone there's so many, you know, it's all about side this, and I got my side man, my side chick, all of this, and it's on both sides, male and female, and I think that's all part of it too. It's like, oh, well, if I can't get everything I want from this person right away, I got 5 others right here that I can get this from him, that from him, or that from her. But what are you really getting from anybody?
You always gotta have options.
Nothing wrong with options, but to the point where you have all these options, but everyone is an option, and you're an option too.
Right.
No one's taking the time to really get to know who you are as a person.
So are you okay? So now, when we talk about the preface of culture, is this only our culture, or is this you're just saying in general? And this is not culture based.
Oh, okay. I feel it's not just our culture; it's the culture of the whole country or whatever. I think it's all seriously. I think it's all different levels. Whether you're talking young people or people of different colors, whether you're black, white, whatever your culture is, I think it's all across the board. Even economically, rich folks and people that are not. You know, I just think it's because it's everywhere. The technology, the social media. I think it's the whole thing. I think it's everywhere. I don't think it's limited to just our culture. Not at all. Not at all. I think it's going on everywhere. You know what I mean? I feel like you hear from a lot of people. You hear about both men and women, but you hear like a lot of women from all different economic backgrounds saying, "Oh, I can't find anyone. I'm single. I'm intelligent. I have a good job, or I'm ambitious, or I can't find anyone." Or dating. Like what happened to that? What happened to that? I would like to know. Maybe it's just me. But I what happened to that? Because the purpose of dating is simply to get to know people. It's not. That's what's the purpose. But if no one's dating, how do you get to know people?
So let me say this. I talk about, for me, what I know or where I'm most formative at, and that's the black culture,
right,
my people. But I think that, so just going back a little bit, I think that aggression is a cultural thing. I think that technology has shifted our culture in this unconscious lack of awareness that, our grandparents and our ancestors did have. Mm-hmm. However, I think that everybody's perception of dating is different. What is your definition of dating?
My definition of dating is any time spent between man and woman, or whatever your thing is, woman, going out, having fun. It doesn't have to be a lot of money, but just quality time. Like, it does, just having fun, taking time, having a conversation, get to know you, eating, whatever it may be. You know what I mean? I'm not saying there have to be strict rules about what you do, but I do think there has to be some time put into it.
We have to get the audience's opinions because my definition of dating is a little bit different. Okay. But of course, you know, I'm a rebel wholeheartedly. So for me, dating is like dating. The premises of dating is to get to know people, right? So in my mind, for me, and I know for some of you all too, my mind is like I can date 10 different people.
Okay.
Because I'm kind of finding my nook of, you know, who fits my fly. You know, let's talk about matching each other's fly for a second.
Okay.
The young generation match their fly. Their fly to fly match is materialism.
Okay.
Our generation fly to fly is like match my strength, match these intangible things versus tangible.
Right.
And I think that's what separates today's culture from back then's culture. Right. So I don't know, you all need to send an email, call in, text, do something, supremeemtnow@gmail.com, because everybody really has this perception of level of dating and what dating should be and how it's supposed to be. So you feel like you're supposed to be able to do nice sensual things, doesn't have to be all expensive, and I feel like I'm dating, you know, 10 different people because that's options. You date, you get to know.
Right.
And that doesn't limit you the way a relationship does when you are being straight, you know, one-on-one, like, you know, monogamous relationship. Mm-hmm. So, dating, I think that people, if you, to the core, if you don't know who you are, how are you going to know what you want? And in today's society, people don't even have goals a year out. So how can I really get to know you if I don't really know what I'm looking for, if I haven't looked in before I looked out? Okay. So then if it doesn't come instinctual, if you can't do the basic stuff, you can't pick me up, I don't want to talk to you. You can't come and do this, I don't want to talk. That's how the generation has become over time. You know what I mean? Right. But, you know, I think that people should get back to dating in a sense where you can go and meet people. You know, you can deal whatever. And I'm not talking about sexual relations. I'm just specifically saying you should get to know a variety of different people and not feel like because Sarah's not doing this, you got Julie to do that. And because Julie won't do this, and then, you know, Matthew will do that, and because Matthew, and so on and so on. Right. Because then you don't really know who you are when you're applying a piece of your soul to the whole community.
Right.
Community beds. Yeah. Community beds.
And just what you said, doing that, saying so-and-so will do this for me, or so-and-so will do this for me. I get this out of that person, I get that out of that person.
Benefits.
But that's using, benefits. But that's really using people as tools. That's not even treating us as humans. That's treating it of, what can I get from you, rather than, well, how about I get to know you as a human being? That's wow, that's really, to me, it's like using people as tools. But you do this for me, you do that for me. That's not a relationship. And again, I agree with you. You know, if you want to date 10 people at 10 times, more power to you. All I ask of people is be honest with that. Do not, you know, deceive people and make them think you're the only one when you're dating 10 people. Dating is whatever you want it to be. You're totally free to date 10 people if that's what you're comfortable with. For me, there's nothing wrong with that, but for me, I just don't even have the time and the patience to be dealing with 10 people at one time, or even 5, or even 3. So that's my little personality.
She has various, y'all. There's level 6, okay? She has various. She said one person per leap year. You know what I'm saying? See, I need options. Like, I need to know, because the universe is full of dope people. And I hate when people be like FML, you know, bleep my life. And, but it's not even F the world or looking at the world. For me, is Mother Nature. It's the people in it.
Right.
So, and there's millions of people in the world. So I cannot just date. With being loyal, one-on-one, cool. You know what I mean? But just dating, like, I need to have variety. That's just me. Please don't judge me.
No, I think that's great that you do that. For me, like I said, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just my personality.
Because you put all your eggs in one basket,
true.
Though, right?
That is true. And I'm not saying that you should put all your eggs in one basket. I was joking. I was exaggerating a little, but I can't deal with 5 at a time. I can't deal with 3. I'll be honest. I really just... It's just me. I'll deal with one. Maybe I'll talk to another. But that's like the most. Just because, not because I feel that it's wrong to do that. It's just for my personal, just my personality. I don't even want to deal with that many people at one time. Maybe there's a little. I don't know. That's just me. But my whole thing is, however many you want to deal with, cool. Just I ask people, can you be honest? And that's another thing. All I ask for anybody is, just be honest with me. You can say I'm not looking for a relationship. You can say I got a lot of people. I'll be cool. If I like you, if we're vibing, if we can have good conversations, if we have stuff in common, I like being around you, I will be around you.
Right.
That just don't lie. You don't have to, people sometimes I think they have ideas about you. Oh, well, if I were honest with her and told her I'm seeing other people, she probably wouldn't even talk to me. So I'm just going to completely lie. But no, I would have no problem with you being honest. I would respect that. But if you lie to me and then I find out later that you lied, now I don't really want to deal with you anymore at all.
But see, that's what you have to be real with yourself. You have to be real with yourself. A lot of people are selfish and they want their cake and eat it too, And for me, I believe in karma. I've experienced karma. I had my fair share of karma. When karma came, I gave her a hug and was like, my bad, we good now. Equal, you know what I mean? But for me, it's like, I give just anything, personal relationship, any relationship, business, whatever. For me, it's like you are innocent until proven guilty. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So if you just can't be yourself, then it's like there's no need. And you get that because I think people, they don't be themselves, but they try to wear this mask. Right. And the mask be cool. Like your whole outer appearance might be cool, right? But at some point, that mask is going to drift away because you only mask for so long. Then you be really dripping the wrong way. You know what I'm saying, honey?
right. And then, that's just not who you really are. I mean, I just appreciate realness. Whatever you do, just be honest about it. Just be real. I'll respect you for that. I'll like you for that.
But the community, society has a big factor to play into everything because I found it hard for me at one point or another because I was not a part of the majority, hence why I go by She's a Rebel. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't a part of the majority, it was so much judgment. Mm-hmm. And that judgment would allow you to be like, damn, is something wrong with me? Am I doing this wrong? You get what I'm saying? Because it's power in belief. Whether you believe in somebody else or you don't believe in yourself, that's real. So I understand why it's hard for people to really kind of be themselves. But I'm at the point now where I'm creating my difference. And in order to create your difference, you cannot be the same. Right. And then I express that a lot through my open mic about how people are not conscious nowadays, how people have no self-identity, self-awareness. So these major components to our makeup prevent so much of healthy living, like healthy relationships. Yeah. Healthy being within yourself. All of it goes back to the core of something. It's never just, for me, it's never just surface level. Right. But the way we're moving out here, everything surface level. Oh, you look good, your sneakers are fly, you got a gold tee and some locks, you know what I mean? Oh, you got, your wig looks nice, or you like this, or, people have to, especially women, you put this makeup, this face on every day of makeup, and then you take this makeup off and nobody really loves you for who you really are with the makeup off. So there's a lot of different components that factor into people not really being, themselves. And then when you're not yourself, you gotta mask this and act like you got money for this and act like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Just be who you are and accept and appreciate who the hell you are not.
Yeah. Accept yourself, and basically only be real with other people, so you know if they're really accepting you. If you're putting on a mask, like you said, or if you're pretending to be someone you're not, and this person likes the thing that you've shown them, like you said, eventually that mask will fall off. Now you've wasted your time, you wasted that person's time, and it's not gonna work because you're not, that person that you were pretending to be doesn't even exist. So I mean, it's complicated. It shouldn't be so complicated. Just be true to yourself. Take the time to get to know people. And if they don't want to take the time to get to know you, then if they're not willing to take the time, then that's it.
Right.
That's it. Okay, bye. You know, you missed out on all this dopeness. You missed out on it. You know what
on
I'm saying?
That's what's popping in Boston, is being dope in your own individual way. Individuality is really dope, because you definitely miss the opportunity or the love connection or that soulmate connection of just someone really falling in love with the core of you, with you being who you are, and you don't have to mask, you don't have to mimic, you don't have to fake it until you make it. That drives me nuts. If I had nuts, they would have been filled up a long time ago. Stuff drive me nuts all the time. I'm trying to tell you all something. You know what I mean?
You know, you just, I want to, you just want to be with someone who you can be yourself all the time. Like, all Padma all the time. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it is.
She's looking one date at a time. You know what I mean? Because I feel like when you date one person at a time, right? You tend to naturally, women, we are here to nurture in our nature. Our nature is to nurture. So the more we tunnel vision on one thing, the more we start to feel this and feel that. And then when that's not it, or that's not working, you know what I'm saying? Then you want to be like, oh, I'm depressed. I don't want to put my wig on Tuesday. You know what I mean? We ain't got time for that. Give yourself options. You know what I mean? Give yourself options and just be okay with it, because you don't want to emotionally attach to anybody. But the co-host is looking, y'all. You know what I'm saying? One body at a time, right?
One body at a time.
You know what I mean?
I'm not now. Let me just explain myself. I'm not saying that I am purposely, by design, I will only talk to one person at a time. No. What I am saying, though, is that apparently nobody at this time really wants to actually genuinely get to know me. So I wish there was more than one at a time, but apparently, it's just not there. I would be willing to get to know more than one person at a time. That makes sense, like you said. You know what I'm saying? I can't do 5 at a time, because it's just not me. I just can't. I can't. It's just not me. It's not my personality. It's just not my personality. But there is nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But I'm not saying by design, I only want to and I will put all my eggs in a basket in one person at a time. No, it's just, for me, from my experience right now, it's like nobody even wants to take the time. I'll meet people, and I'm just me all the time. I really am. And for me anyway, it's like people want to just they act real interested at first, but then they all of a sudden disappear. Like, I don't know.
But I gotta take accountability. Sometimes you have to look like, because we all possess imperfections. Right, there's some that we can really just change. Then there's some that it's just your makeup, your genetic makeup, embrace it, right?
Right.
But then it's also, too, for me, my belief is where you're at. If I'm going to the club looking to date, and I'm not talking about, like I said, any means anything physical, but it's your environment. You know what I mean? So if you're tired of messing with bum broke people, or bum broke Bostonians, or bum broke, I'm gonna stop there. But you know what I mean? You have to be mindful to the environment you're looking at. Like you said, you come across a few brothers that don't follow up, or they're not consistent. But if you're meeting them, at the barbershop, or no shade in the barbershop, you know what I'm saying?
We love barbershop.
Right, all the time. But if you're meeting them, let's say on the bus, or let's just say through a friend of a friend, or at a cookout, you can't be like, well, I want a lawyer, but then I just met him you get what I'm saying?
Oh,
it's all about your environment. So for me, I want to kind of stay away from the club scene. But the more I go to the club and I attract people that's always at the club, it's like I can't expect anything more than where I really met you. So we have to start broadening our horizons and go out to networking events and, little dinner parties.
Go to a museum, look at art.
Something, you know what I mean? So,
All right. So, we talked a lot about culture, dating, and relationships, getting to know each other. So we're going to take a little break. And when we come back, we're going to have our guest for today, one of the founding brothers of Barber Time Network, Kareem Richardson.
Peace.
So we're on this mission of trying to find out from the barbershop and the salon owners about solicitors. So how do you feel about the solicitors coming into your shop?
Get something out of it is even better.
have you ever gotten anything out of the solicitors that come in?
I can't say that I've gotten anything that I can.
Nothing of value whatsoever?
Nothing of value.
When I met Ian, I knew he was going to be a good connection in this whole brotherhood of barbers, because he has a vision that not a lot of barbers has, and with Barber Time. And the way he approaches things is actually a little unique with the monitor, especially, and how he wants to get the whole advertisement thing and put it all there, grab all the clutteredness, all the flyers, the poster that goes in everyone's barbershop, and he kind of generate it in there, and not just keeping it in one shop, but multiplying it so the ad becomes powerful. I'm grateful for having it here, and I want to thank Ian and the rest of the crew, for doing a good job and continue.
So you get a lot of solicitation from people coming in, just throwing stuff around your store.
Now they gotta put in the monitor, so it's easier, it's cleaner, and I think it's a good idea.
And Barber Time all the time.